My daughter begged me and her stepdad to walk her down the aisle together, but I told her no way, and now she's crying because I'm done sacrificing for everyone else. So my daughter, she's 26, she's getting married in a few months, and she dropped this big one on me the other day. We were at her place, sitting at her kitchen table, just catching up, and she goes, "Dad, I want you and my stepdad to both walk me down the aisle at the wedding. Both of us together doing the whole thing." I'm sitting there, and it just stops me cold. I split with her mom over 10 years ago. Messy divorce, tons of arguing, all that. And her stepdad's been around since she was about 14. He's a huge part of her life. Helped her learn to drive, was there for college stuff when I was stuck working late to pay bills. She's tight with him, and I've never tried to mess with that. But walking down the aisle with him? That's a no for me. I set my coffee down and told her, "Look, kiddo, you gotta pick one of us. It's me or him." Kept it calm, no shouting, just real. Said I wouldn't be mad if she chose him. I'd get it, he's been there. But I'm not strolling with a guy. She stared at me, eyes tearing up, and then she started crying. Soft at first, then big sobs, begging me to rethink it, saying it's her wedding, her dream. I didn't move, just shook my head, told her no again. Since then, she's been calling every day, voice all wobbly, pleading with me to say yes. My ex-wife called too, snippy, telling me I'm ruining her day. Stepdad got on the phone after, calmer, but still pushing, saying it'd mean so much to her. I told them both, no, not doing it, kept it short, hung up, grabbed a beer from the fridge, and dropped into my recliner. It's not about hating the guy or causing drama. I'm not that person. I'm just tired of giving everything up. I've been doing that forever with this family. After the divorce, I drive 6 hours to her school stuff, graduation, that play where she was a tree, sitting in the back, beat from work, watching her hug him first while I clapped alone. Paid child support every month, never late, even when it meant I was scraping by. Showed up to her birthdays with whatever gift I could manage. Usually some book she'd mentioned, smiling while they cut the cake and I stood off to the side. I've given up so much, my time, my peace, just to keep things good for her, for them. But walking with him, acting like we're pals, that's too far. I can't fake it anymore. Her stepdad showed up quick, my ex's best friend from way back, since they were kids. A month after we're done, they're a couple. I don't have proof she cheated, no big gotcha, but a month? That's fast. It stuck with me all these years, this little thorn I can't pull out, even though I've kept it civil. Nodded at him during pickups, stayed quiet at her events. Still, this feels like a line I won't cross. Last night, I was at home, TV on low, beer in hand, and she called again. Same tears, same please, Dad, it's my wedding. I said no, kept it brief, hung up. My buddy texted later, asking if I'm being too hard on her. Maybe, I don't know. I've given a lot, and I just want to sit still for once, not feel like the extra in her story. Am I wrong for sticking to this? Update. So it's 2 days later, February 20th, and I got an update. After I posted, I read through all the comments. Some of you came at me hard, some made me laugh, and I couldn't sleep that night. I'm lying in bed, wide awake, thinking about her crying on the phone, all the stuff he said about her wedding, how I might regret skipping it. Next morning, I'm up early, making coffee, and I decide I'm doing it. I'll walk her down the aisle with her stepdad. I call her up, tell her, "All right, kiddo, I'm in." She loses it, happy tears now, voice breaking, thanking me over and over. My ex-wife calls right after, soft this time, not mad, saying she's grateful. Stepdad, too, keeps it simple, says he appreciates it, sounds real. I nod through the calls, say yeah, no problem, and hang up quick. I'm doing this for her, one last time putting myself aside, so she gets her big day. She's my kid, and that's what you do, right? Grit your teeth, make her happy. But I gotta be honest, I don't feel much about it. No warm glow, no bitterness either, just this empty space inside. I've been giving up my comfort for her forever, driving through storms to her school plays, sending money when I was broke, showing up to stuff where I felt like nobody saw me. That's what being a dad's been, I guess, but it's always been for a family that didn't need me around. My ex moved on fast, new life, new guy, and I was still out here trying, still showing up. My daughter's got some love for me, I know. She's got him too, and I've never been her first pick. My best friend came over last night. She's my go-to, been there through all this junk. Brought a pepperoni pizza from that spot down the road and a six-pack of beer. We crash on my couch. It's sagging bad now. Pizza box open on the coffee table and start eating. She's chewing away, then looks at me and says, "You did good," agreeing to walk her. Smiles a bit, but then asks, "How you feeling about her now?" I wipe my hands on a napkin, take a sip of beer, and tell her, "I don't know, man. Don't feel love, don't feel mad, just kind of nothing." She asks if I'd be excited for grandkids someday, little ones at my place. I shrug, say, "Don't really care one way or the other." She sets her beer down, grabs my arm, and gets serious. Says I got half my life left, and it's time to stop giving it all to people who don't give back. Tells me to stick with the ones who matter, her, my brother, a couple old pals, and let the rest go. She's right, my daughter's not on that list anymore. After the wedding, I'm done bending. That's it. Probably my last update. Thanks for the nudge, though. You guys got me thinking.